But God is weaning you off of an impulse that you used as a catalytic power source in your life for motivation. He's saying, you're ready for real change. But, let me go back to this. This is what I saw the other day. I saw that it was like there was 4 stages of seeming transformation. And so I wrote them down, these words: appearances, behaviors, desires, and nature. Appearances, behaviors, desires, and nature. See, we got it backwards. We're trying to change our appearance to others with minimal shifts to our behaviors. So we're trying to reframe our behaviors so we can keep doing what we've always done, but appear differently. And then when that becomes insufficient and God is saying, no, I want something more from you, then we think, well, what I need to do is furnish and materialize better behaviors. But here's the problem. It's hard. It's hard to always do what you don't want to do. And there's less and less reward in it when God is weaning you. Like, that's the part there's no more reward in it. So you lose heart of doing that. And people, they drift away from churches and they think, well, that church is not cutting it for me anymore. No, you came to a moment of transition and you gave up on the process because you didn't understand what God was doing, because his ways are higher than your ways and his thoughts higher than your thoughts. And he's trying to move you from the loaf of bread to flour, and from flour to seed, and from seed to water. And you're still, I need to go where they're baking better bread. Does this make sense to you? Yeah, I remember when I couldn't even see the difference, right? I didn't even know the difference. And I remember I was standing there with this guy one day. And I had been doing all these things, and I would be doing the right things, and I can't explain all the transitions, but I remember in this moment, I was trying to be humble, because by reading the Word, I realized, humility is kind of important. So I thought, well, I didn't even know what humility is, so I decided it was doing everything more fully than everybody else. So I prayed harder, I prayed louder, I evangelized more. I dressed the part. I showed up at prayer the earliest. I intensely poured myself into all of these things, not knowing that mostly it was the pride of life driving that. I got into this cultural environment, and I was a chameleon by nature. So I just discerned, okay, who's getting the reward? What's rewarded mostly here? I'd love to be able to sing, because worship is really highly regarded here, but I can't sing, so that's out. But I funneled my strength into a certain part, and God was trying to say, I'm about to give you an upgrade. I'm about to show you that all of your optics are worthless and groundless. I'm about to tear down the structures of unrighteousness in your life, which are actually structures of false righteousness. Woohoo, I'm so excited about being able to do this. There's enough faith in you now that actually you're not going to fall away when I do this. So I'm about to come. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, man, I'm going to take the lid right off your life, Marc. I didn't greet it with such enthusiasm. It was disillusionment. It was discouragement. It was shock. It was my world was spinning. Everything that could be shaken was being shaken. And I thought, what is this? What is this? All these surface behaviors that I thought were such a deep transformation. I got to say, no. We're doing that. But this transformation requires you to lose faith in your ability to do what it is I'm calling you to do. Right now, you're not there. You are fully convinced that what you're producing is what I want. And you have no clue. So, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness is just that very thing. It's like, Marc, you have changed the outward, most veneer-like surface of your life out of gratitude, out of hope, out of, some of God. But you are still doing this, stimulated by a truth that you saw, but you don't realize that that's not what I'm producing, because you don't know what real righteousness is. And in your mind, Hey, how you doing? Love you. Oh, what a great mask you have on. That's my favorite mask. Of all the masks in the world, that's the best one. Flattery, false desires, false affections. Oh, man. You remember me talking about some of these things? It was such a big wake-up call. I thought I really loved the sisters. Next thing I find out, I was just looking for a wife. I was always hanging out at the women's dorm. Because, they need encouragement. And I'm there, God's called me to ministry and really love people and affirm them. I don't get anything from the cookies or all the appreciation and all the praise. I don't get anything out of that. That's not me. You want God to strip away those surface things and find out what's really behind them.